What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So we have another story that I just caught wind of at another high school here in Tucson, Catalina Foothills High School, hit with possible social media threat. And they don't really clarify who these threats are to, but I kind of have a sneaking suspicion as to who. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the perpetrator, and here's a picture, they blurred out all the kids' faces and whatnot, but as you can see, you can look at their hands and all that, and you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? They're holding pistols in their hands right now, taking a picture in a mirror, and they're trying to say that this is for a Halloween picture. But there's parents of students at Catalina Foothills High School are concerned after receiving a letter from the district about a possible social media threat. The letter was sent to parents Tuesday. It informed them about the school receiving a social media threat. You see how vague that is? This is just proof to me that this is more white supremacist actions going on in these schools around here and around America. You know what I'm saying? There's a concerted effort at these schools and in all walks of life that's going on, trying to instill fear into people. And I'm speaking specifically for black people because I am a black man, and I just feel like this reeks of a little white boy and his little friends thinking it's cool to go out here and threaten non-white kids. You know what I'm saying? I can't say if the kid that was the victim of this, I don't know if he's black or not, he or she, if it's black or not. I can't say for sure, but I have a funny, sneaky suspicion that this story is very similar to the other story I did at the high school, where the little white kids were out there putting hangmans on the black teachers on his board. You know what I'm saying? And some of the students over there that were black voiced their concerns, and then they also were seeing like they felt a lot of the kids weren't really caring. I think this is a very similar thing, but this is an even more escalated version of that, because we know that they love to allow this type of stuff to happen. Ever since that Kyle Rittenhouse verdict came out, there's a lot of these little white kids that feel the need to be able to, tote around weapons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act tough. And it's becoming a very common theme happening. And it's really disgusting to see. And this is exactly why my daughters are not in school. I have them homeschooling because I do not want them to be dealing with this stuff. And when I see this, I let them know what it is. I let them know who it is doing this, what schools they are, so they can understand and come to their own conclusions about how these people are acting and how they operate. And it's not going to be the biased opinion of social media. You know what I'm saying? Just look at this. Look at this article. They're making it look like it's not a big deal. Like, they're not giving you a lot of information on this. Says News 4 Tucson has learned someone took this picture, which was taken at a Halloween party last October, and posted it recently. See, they're giving this dude cover. How do we know that it's from Halloween? Why do we know that? How do you know that? Now they're saying the caption read, "Want to put 10 shots in my brain?" Another post read, "Too smart for my own good." A third post read, "My mental health so bad for real." afraid this is getting out of hand. So this type of stuff, man, is very disheartening to see, you know what I'm saying? But it's to be expected when we're living in a system of white supremacy and racism that goes on consistently. There is a war right now going on against black people all around the world right now. Racism and white supremacy is showing its ass everywhere. It's not just here in Tucson. It's not just here in America. It's everywhere. If it's black people, they are getting shown and proved to on a daily basis that racism and white supremacy is alive and well in all of these countries that black people are in. You know what I'm saying? There's a concerted effort out to try to get black people to succumb to racism and white supremacy, but that's not happening. Especially here, especially with foundational black Americans, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't flying with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be damned if I seen some shit like this at a Vail school district, which my kids go to and attend. Now, even though they're in homeschooling, if I ever see a story like this in Vail school district, I'm having issues. I'm calling they asses out, just like I'm calling Catalina Foothills High School out. They've also had some other degeneracy going on at their schools. They had, a few years back, they had one of the teachers sexually assaulting the students, you know what I'm saying? And so this isn't the first time that degeneracy like this is happening in this school, you know? So, and I've seen other stories as well about some degenerate acts that this school has done. And, you know, this one, they don't even have like a statement from the school or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like their little stupid blanket statement that they love putting out. We don't tolerate this type of stuff. I don't see that at all. You know what I mean? So Pima County Sheriff's Department Sergeant Ricky Garcia heads the school resource officer unit at Catalina Foothills High School. He says they conducted a threat assessment on the student who supposedly posted the picture and captions, as well as another student. Sheriff's officials say the school did everything right. Investigators are working to get to the bottom of who is behind the fake post. This is a fake post? Now, see? This is the shit I'm talking about right here, man. So now this is a fake post. How is it fake? How? Dude is over here. What is it? Looks like three dudes are over here with weapons. That's a fake post? And this is the type of stuff that goes on all the time in these schools. They don't want to hold this little kid accountable. I did listen to the short clip that they have right here, and the officer is saying that they arrested someone, but in this, I don't know. Like, is it just this one kid out of this picture, or is it all three of these kids? You know what I mean? They're saying in the clip, they said that the perpetrator wasn't even a kid in the school. You know what I'm saying? So that's weird. Like, if he's not in the school, what the hell is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Obviously he's a minor, because they're not releasing anybody's names at all. So why the hell he ain't in school? You know? Is he in a different school? What school does he go to? They don't give you any of this information. And that's very pertinent information, I feel. These are the types of questions I would be asking these teachers and the principal and this Officer or Sergeant Garcia. I would be asking these people that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a problem, man. And it just seems like every time that these stories happen, oh, well, we did get one guy. Like, but is there more people involved? Like, you're not telling us enough information, man. And that's why I always say that these writers and these local media outlets, they don't have journalistic integrity because they're not giving you all the information. They're giving you little bits and pieces of information that you can't really use because you don't know all of the information. Like, you need to know everything about this. This is a problem. You got threats to students from other kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't seem like a problem, because this article suggests that it's not really a problem. You know, like, the school did everything right. Did they? Based off who? You? You know, like, this shit, man, is getting to like be a very big problem, and these schools aren't holding the people accountable enough. What about this kid's parents? Are they being held accountable? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't they getting any type of, like, why don't people know who the parents of this kid is that did that? Why is that such a bad thing? When a kid is doing this, more than likely their parents taught this kid this type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear the excuses out here whenever this video posts from these little trolls that like to come on. Now, I've noticed I'm starting to get some trolls because what I'm saying is hitting home. You know what I mean? So if there's a troll that comes on this video and puts a comment, I'm going to have to flame you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you keep it respectful and all that, I'm not going to block you or nothing, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and screenshot your comment, you know? So, like I did on my last video, there was a dude, Made Man 42, 44 or something like that, which I'm going to do a video in response to his comment, probably a little bit later, you know what I mean? But this right here is what I feel America should be focused on. There was a lot of violent acts going on in these schools right now. And this has nothing to do with Russia and Ukraine. This is right here in Tucson. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that should be worried about. Not aiding the Ukraine who's over there being neo-Nazis. You know what I'm saying? That's still over there right now with African students. I just saw a video of an African student who was running away from, I guess, people that he said were trying to harm him. So he goes over to a police station, and the police kick him out of the police station and tell him to get back in the streets. So they're allowing black people to get beat up over there right now as we speak. That is disgusting behavior, man. And it's clear proof that these Ukrainians are white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? Just like this kid, suspected white supremacist. You know what I'm saying? Him and his little friends flashing guns like that's something cool to do. You know what I mean? Like I said before in previous videos, it's a lot of these little young dudes over here that are corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? They're very corny. So they do fuckboy shit like this, thinking that it's cool, threatening other kids, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't get no girls, so they band together with each other, you know? And pull shit like this. Cowardly acts like this. Degenerate acts like this, you know? Like, this stuff upsets me to the core, man. These little fake white supremacist kids, man. Like, they say that they're white supremacists, but when you pull up on them, they want to be your friend. They want to, all sir, yes sir, all of this, you know? Especially the ones here in Tucson. These motherfuckers are cowards, man. Little ass kids, cowards. I told the story before in the previous video where I had one of these little bastard kids I was taking my daughter to school when she was still in school at the time, and him and his little 3 friends decided to put up a little, you know, like the symbol of they're trying to shoot me with a gun, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, I pulled over, I turned back around, pulled over, and went right to them and let them know, like, if you ever think that you can do that, you have another thing coming, especially with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just do that, and I don't take that as a threat, and I don't care how old you are. I put the fear of life into those little kids because they need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's time now for black people to be standing up against white supremacy at all levels, man. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I can't say too much about what I have going, but I am working on a discrimination lawsuit against my current employer, and that's all I'll say about it. You know what I'm saying? Because the disrespect and the racial discrimination has been apparent since I started at this sorry ass job. You know what I'm saying? And they will get what's coming to them on that. But just this story right here, man. Disgusting behavior from these kids, man. And they're just getting younger and younger doing the white supremacist shit. But yeah, man, like, where is the accountability for these parents? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're saying parents are the concern, but are these parents that are concerned, are they going after the parents of this kid? Are they? I don't know. This story doesn't tell me enough. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with these local mainstream media outlets. They don't give you the information because they know they have to hide all this stuff because they know it's a little white boy. They know it. So they're trying to cover for him. And they try to, get these stories, go about 2 weeks or so they can get all the information to make it to where they can help this little boy. Try to justify what he did, which is bullshit in itself. But that's okay. That's okay. It's being exposed. It's going to always be exposed. The truth will always come to light, man. And these little kids over here, it's a lot of little white supremacist kids, thanks to a lot of these white supremacist family members, their mom and their dad, you know what I'm saying? And that's the real issue right there, allowing they kid to have weapons, just brandishing it, taking photos with it, like, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, okay. So cool, all right. But I don't really have too much else on this one. This is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.